Hey, I am Zoe. Welcome to my channel. I am a startup coach and brand strategist, passionate about helping creative entrepreneurs like yourself find clarity in business, show up online with confidence, and build successful brands online. This channel is a space for us to have honest conversations and build intentionally in the area of business and our day-to-day life. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, do make sure that you hit subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a video, because I will be uploading every single week. So the first area that I want us to talk about is reframing our mind in the area of failure. Some of the things that you might be familiar of telling yourself or even hearing is that I was never meant to do this, I'm not good enough, what will people think if I fail? I failed so many times, there's no point in trying again. This is because we have experienced a failure in the past, or for some of us, we've been told that we're a failure, and that creates a battlefield in our mind. As much as we want to move forward, our mind is so stuck in that place of failure. And if we don't learn how to overcome it in our mind, then we're never going to be able to move forward with it. But the only way that we can separate ourselves from feeling like a failure or believing we are a failure is if we allow ourselves to speak the truth. And speaking the truth is a way that also programs our mind to counteracting the thoughts that we have of failure. Another way that you can do this is having honest conversations. Having someone to talk to that, understands the area of business, or even people that care about you, and being very honest with them and saying, hey, look, I feel like a failure because of this past experience, but I don't want to stay here. I want to acknowledge that, yes, I failed, but this isn't where I'm going to stay. And the right person that you're having this conversation with will encourage you and also partner with you in not allowing yourself to believe that you are a failure. So firstly, you want to reprogram your mind by what you say, because what you say is what you believe. And secondly, you want to reframe your mind by also having conversations, being vulnerable with people in business or with those that care about you, so that they can encourage you to also reframe your mind in the area of failure. The next area that will help you to overcome the fear of failure is celebrating small wins. So important, especially in business, to not become obsessed with the final goal, because you hear it all the time. You get that final goal, the goal that you wanted to achieve, and then you're like, okay, what's next? And then you get that goal and you're like, what's next? When you learn to appreciate small wins, you will appreciate the journey that you have been on to get to that final destination. And that is also going to allow you to overcome the failure, because when you're looking back, you're not just looking back at, okay, the last thing I can remember is where I failed and I had to do this, and to finally get that goal. You said, okay, I started here and I failed, but then I did well here, I did well here, I did well here, and that's how I got to that point. You're never going to achieve a goal saying, I got to this goal because I failed loads of times. No, you got to the goal because you failed, you learned where you went wrong, you said well done to yourself along the journey, and then you got to the goal that you was trying to achieve. So learn to be comfortable with celebrating small wins and celebrating yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. The final area is learning that failure is feedback. Do not shoot the messenger, okay? It's so important that we understand that failure gives us data to be able to address where we go wrong, gather that information to try again, pivot and change so that we can be more successful. If you don't fail, you have no room to grow. Failure allows growth. Failure is your stepping stone to how you can address areas that need to change. One thing that I have learned, especially in business, is if I sit in my failure, I will never achieve anything. I won't achieve anything. The minute I started to understand, okay, where have I gone wrong? That is when I actually grew in business. When I sat with my failure and just felt it and was just emotional and sad and disappointed, I was stagnant. I stopped. I was like, oh, I can't do it. This means I'm not meant to be in business, blah, blah, blah. But once I understood that failure is like gold in business, it allowed me to grow, not just in the area of business, but also as an individual, because failure actually builds your character. You know, character building. We all need to build our character, and failure, if you use it to your advantage, if you use it to work for you or your business, it is so beneficial, because as I said, failure gives you data. It's feedback, so use it to your advantage. So guys, that is the end of the video. I hope this has helped you. Do drop in the comment how you've overcome failure, whether that be in your day-to-day or in the area of business, because as I said, this is a space for us to have honest and intentional conversations and grow together. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure that you like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, where we'll be talking about imposter syndrome and how to overcome it. Take care guys, bye.